Welcome to Paleoimaging.com. This is a demonstration of the usefulness of DICOM files for X-ray viewing in paleoradiography, and this is to demonstrate the need for multiple radiographic views to look at something in detail. I'm James Elliott and I'm a diagnostic radiographer. I teach radiography at Canterbury Christ Church University. I'm also an archaeologist and I enjoy blending the two topics together in my research website, Paleoimaging.com. Today I'm going to be using Radiant, which is a free DICOM viewer which you can download. It is a small file. I'm not being paid to demonstrate the use of Radiant, but they have given me free full access to the program. This individual is a female. She's aged between 36 and 45. She was excavated from Canterbury in 2010 and 2011 by Canterbury Archaeological Trust. Lisa Duffy, a PhD candidate at Canterbury Christ Church University, asked me to investigate this particular individual, initially because of pathology shown within the skull, but as we investigated further, there was an unusual and unexpected finding. There are several benefits of having DICOM files for your imaging in archaeology. This is digital imaging and communications in medicine. You can change the contrast and brightness of the image digitally without having to export to another medium. So with the middle button pressed, I can move left and right to change the contrast, low contrast, high contrast, and then brightness, high brightness and low brightness. Lisa and I initially x-rayed this individual about 3 years ago, and she was interested in the pathologies that might be in the skull vault. But since that time, we've been able to identify something strange and unusual in this image. If we change the contrast and brightness to show only the densest parts of the skull, and then magnify, we can see a dense structure in the top of the mouth. If I switch over to the lateral image, so taken from the side, and then change the contrast and brightness once more, I can now see potential for a little projectile. And here we have that same piece of skull. We're looking from above. We've got the markers there, left side of the individual and right side of the individual. Again, we can see that projectile there, and if we change the contrast and brightness once more, and zoom in and then have a look at that. Now this was identified by Lisa as being something of ferrous nature. It looked like something maybe iron, but the unusual aspect of it is that it must have entered through the back of the individual rather than the front and got lodged within the bone. As I say, highly unusual. Now, investigation into this individual is ongoing, and we're yet to find out exactly what's going on. But there is one last thing I want to show you as the usefulness of DICOM files. Again, if I zoom in, if I select the measuring tool, DICOM files can allow you to provide measurements. So this is 1.28 centimeters. Now there is some magnification of this item on the X-ray, but the closer it is towards the detector, the less magnification there is. And as can be seen on the image, the bottom part of the skull is closest to the film. So 1.28 centimeters is the length of this particular projectile.